So today we're going to do the area formula for a triangle. So we did parallelograms and rectangles yesterday. So a rectangle and a parallelogram can be used to find the area formula for a triangle. If the area formula for a rectangle is length times width, or for a parallelogram, because we did that yesterday, is base times height, and a triangle is literally half of a rectangle or a parallelogram, then the formula for a triangle is just base times height and then divide it by 2. So I'm going to write it as a fraction because that means divided by 2. So basically you find the base and the height, which always have to make that 90-degree angle, and then you divide the answer in half because this is the formula for a parallelogram and a triangle is half of that. Always put a 2 over the label because you are also multiplying the labels. So the formula can be written both ways. You can write base times height divided by 2, or you can write half base times height, which means multiply the base and height, cut your answer in half, which is the same thing as this. So whichever one you prefer. So let's take a look at an example. We have a base of 17 and a height of 8. Remember, they have to make a 90-degree angle. So that's what this little square here means. This, if it had a number, would not be the height because it doesn't make a 90-degree angle with the base. So it's just 17 times 8, so base times height, so that's 56. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 5 is 13, and then divide it by 2. So 136 divided by 2, that goes in 6 times. Subtract, bring down the next digit, that goes in 8 times. Meters squared. So base times height, divide your answer in half, okay? So I'm going to try a couple, and I'm going to give you guys a couple to try. So find the area of the triangle. So they have the base and the height. They're forming that 90-degree angle. So 8 times 5, which is 40, and then divided by 2 because it's half of a parallelogram, 20. So 20 inches squared. So base times height divided by 2. Okay, you try this one. Base times height divided by 2. So multiply these, get your answer, divided by 2. If you tried that one, I want you to try this one. Base times height divided by 2. Okay, try this one as well. Find the area of the triangle, base times height divided by 2. Now, this one I'm going to do this one with you, so I want you to just watch and I'll give you one to try. It says the base and height of the red butterfly wing are 2 times greater than the base and height of the blue butterfly wing. How many times greater is the area of the red wing than the area of the blue wing? So, of course, this didn't photocopy in color. So, let's see. The red butterfly wing is 2 times greater. So, I'm assuming this one has to be the red one. Okay, this is the blue one. So, how many times greater is the area of the red wing than the area of the blue wing? So, the base and height are 2 times greater. So, all I'm going to do is take the base, which is 2. If it's 2 times greater, 2 times 2 is 4. So my new base is 4. It's saying that the height is also 2 times greater. So 1 times 2 is 2. So I have my brand new base and height for the one that's 2 times greater by just taking my dimensions and multiplying them by 2. Now I'm going to find the area of each of these. So for the small one, it's base times height divided by 2. So the area of the small butterfly's wings is just 1 centimeter squared. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the bigger one. So base times height divided by 2. So that's 8 divided by 2 is 4 centimeters squared. Okay, so the area of the small butterfly wing is 1. The area of the big butterfly wing is 4. It says how many times greater is the area of the red wing than the area of the blue wing? When they say how many times greater, that means you want to do the opposite of this. It's like the same thing as how many times more. So you do the opposite of multiplying. So just 4 divided by 1, which is 4. So that means it's 4 times greater. Okay, so for step 1, I doubled both of these dimensions because it said that they were 2 times bigger. Then I found the area of both, base times height divided by 2. And then I took the 2 areas and I just divided them. So I'm going to have you guys try this one. So it says a triangle has a base of 2 and a height of 3. So it's easier to start by drawing a picture. Base of 2, height of 3. The base and height of a second triangle are 4 times greater than the base and height of the first. So what you're going to do is multiply this by 4 to get this number, and multiply this by 4 to get this number. When you are done, find the area of both triangles by doing base times height divided by 2. So after you multiply these both by 4 to get these two numbers, find the area and the area, base times height divided by 2, and then divide the two answers to see how many times greater it is. So that's going to be your last one. So see if you could figure that one out.